Okay. Hello everyone. We're from Group 31 of Flights 2020 Poetry in Motion. And before we start our discussion, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Azahar and my matrix number is 185293.
Hi, my name is Atika and my matric number is 185291.
My name is Amira Fana Vitaminullah. My matric number 181729.
Hi, my name is Nur Sarah Afifah. My matric number is 182326.
Hi, my name is Fatina Bila binti Suhaili and my matric number is 182125. Okay, sorry.
Hi, I am Zulaika. My matric number is 182013.
Hi, my name is Sharifah Nur Hasikin. My matric number is 184907.
Hi, my name is Madia binti Sulaiman. My matric number is 183182.
Good evening everyone, I'm Chiu Wen Yao, my metric number is 189405.
Hello everyone, my name is Shukri and my metric number is 181733.
Hi, my name is Amirul Hakim and my metric number is 181917.
And lastly, my name is Muhammad Muzamil bin Majid and my matrix number 185743.
Okay, right. We have done with our introduction. Now before we move on to our discussion, a few of us have already prepared their poem to be recited. And maybe we can start with anyone who have first. Anyone?
Okay, I would like to recite one poem that I chose, which is If I Thought by Dana Swartz. If I thought for just one moment that this would be my... Wait, sorry. Okay, again. If I thought for just one moment that this would be my last breath, I'd like to tell you I love you forever, even beyond that. If I thought for just one moment that your face would be the last I'd see, I'd take a million pictures and save them just for me. If I thought for just one moment that your voice would be the last I'd hear, I listen attentively and promise not to shed a tear. If I thought for just one moment that your touch would be the last I feel, I embrace you and know that this has all been real. If I thought for just one moment that my heart would beat its last beat, I thank the Lord for allowing us to meet. I chose these poems because this is it has beautiful meaning, which it taught me that we need to appreciate the people around us while it lasts.
So anyone have a comment about the poem? Or should we move on to the second one?
I think that the poem, the writer of the poem has maybe experience about the situation that she or he expressed it beautifully in that poem.
Okay. So moving on to the next poem, I think I have my own poem as well. So it's made an arrow. So the poem sounds like this. I made my life an arrow, the tip a deadly sharpened point, so people never came so close that I may disappoint. I sit and watch in silence as the world would pass me by, wondering how far I'd fall if I ever tried to fly. You watch me with such interest, like it was me you tried to find, as though you knew all of my secrets and the thoughts within my mind. You look like all the others, but what I did not know was while I made myself an arrow, you had made yourself a bow. And apart with bows being useless, but we'd finally worked out why, since you need someone to pull you back if you ever want to fly. So you aimed me with precision, and I flew straight from the start, until I landed with a solid thud on the target of your heart. Okay, now the things that interest me with this poem is that it has the rhythm of A-B, because it's a rhythmic, and yeah, and the poem tells us about however we try to get rid of the love, even though we tried hard to get rid of the love, but eventually it will come naturally to us. So in this poem, he said that the man or his significant others is actually came to him or her and finding her as a lover. Yeah.
I like the part where while I made myself an arrow, you made yourself a bow.
Yeah,
I actually like that part.
Yeah, they actually meant for each other.
Yeah. I have one poem also. It's called Love Poem. It's something like this. I keep a flower in my pocket and ribbons in my hair, a picture in my locket that I always like to wear. I've got memories in a shoebox and sunshine on my mind. I go for lots of walks and save the leaves I find. I keep rainbows in a flower pot and letters under my bed. I use bookmarks to save carefully the best things I ever said. I've got dreams in hiding places, extra smiles for when I'm blue. But that place in my heart, I'm saving just for you.
Sounds so
Smooth
lovely.
criminal. Yeah, actually, I like this part. I like this poem. It's just it's actually quite smooth.
Pick up line in there.
Yeah, and then actually it's quite cheesy.
Yeah.
I like it as well.
Same with me. I like this poem because this poem shows how colorful and beautiful memories that they have. And also second, from this poem, they show about appreciation as a couple, and always keep all the memories that they have along the way. And when I read this poem, I feel like so beautiful this couple. That's all. That's all.
So we have already 3 poems, and
I would like to recite the last one. I am sorry by Baby. It's quite a simple poem. I start. I'm sorry for the things I've done. I'm sorry I can't be your number one. I'm sorry I always put you to the test. I'm sorry I can't be the best. I'm sorry I keep myself in a shell. I'm sorry I put you through hell. I'm sorry that sorry is not enough. I'm sorry for all the dumb stuff. I'm sorry for all the pain and for not cleaning the stain. The stain. I'm sorry for the things I've said and all the things you may have read. I'm sorry from head to toe. I'm sorry I can't take a no. I'm sorry for needing you. That is just something I tend to do. I'm sorry that I just want you to see that I don't want you to ever stop loving me.
Why you sound so sad?
From my point of view, this poet is blaming himself in this poem, and maybe this is not because we are reading it, so we feel it's not good. It makes our mood to turn to turn into sad mood.
Instead of saying sorry to someone that we love, I think we can say thank you.
Yes, we should be more appreciative.
Yeah, the sorry one seems like he or she is longing for someone.
Sorry for interrupt, but I think I agree with this poem because sometimes we don't need reason to ask for forgiveness to our partners. And from this poem, I think he or she asked for say sorry to her or his partner because of his mistake. Because sometimes we do not realize when we make a mistake. Sometimes people too ego to.
I think this poem is kind of reflecting ourselves.
Reflecting ourselves. But I think the other poem is quite flowery.
I can see your point, but just that it seems to be more negative. Negative
because of the part where it says I'm sorry I can't take a no means like it's a psycho one, like he cannot accept rejection.
Maybe his partner doesn't feel that way, the way he blamed himself. But that's why I said instead of saying I'm sorry for needing you, that's just something I tend to do. Maybe he can turn it into thank you for always be there for me and such.
I think that this poet has made a terribly bad mistake. I mean, action or something.
Maybe he
done
could have
something
written
wrong.
while he was, broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted.
But then from
He don't want to his lover to leave him, so he made this poem.
But then from here we can see that this couple, they have been together for a while, and they've been through thick and thin together. And then we all know, as when we grow comfortable to each other, we show our real faces, like who we are. So actually this one is, I can see that it's part of appreciating his the side that he or she is appreciating his or her partner. But then instead of saying I'm sorry, you can say thank you for doing this.
Yeah, that's the simplest modification a poet can do. Yes.
But then actually it's based on the poet's decision. Actually it can be quite beautiful also.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but brings something moody.
Something negative.
Yeah, I would like to add on this poem. From what I understand from this poem is that the poet tried to say sorry. This is what I imagine now. The poet tried to say sorry, but he can't say sorry directly. So he made this poem for his or her beloved one. So yeah, we all can say sorry, but not through our heart.
Yes.
So he expressed how sorry is from this poem. So actually, I like this poem.
So this one and honest feelings of the
yes,
poem.
yes, and honest.
And it actually kind of shows that the poet is a bit not that confident, not very pleased with himself.
Some of us are like that.
Yeah, it relates to us, I can see.
Maybe if we be in that poet's in their shoe, we can feel better, like how they feel.
Yes.
Because he or she seems. He, right? I don't know, maybe it's seems to be so expressive. So maybe it's for the one who really appreciate.
Yeah, for me, the poem, he really expressed the mistake what he have done. So he I don't know.
The mistakes that he loves her.
Yeah. He really what?
Can we just analyze the other poems?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So we've been specific to choose which poem we will recite. And how about the first one, which is recited by Wen Yao? Is it? The first one?
No, the first is If I Thought, right?
If I thought, yeah. So who's agree to that? Trying to take a majority here.
Before we do some voting, we can discuss first about this.
Okay. We discuss about the first one.
Yeah,
how
because
was
there's
it?
plenty of emotions and there's plenty of
there's so many to choose
positive
from.
things that we can take from this while reading. So, do anyone want to share?
I want to share for the first one. Is that the rhythm is on the start of each sentence. Is that only that it doesn't sound juicy to me. This poem is. So it's kinda okay. If I read it, and maybe you find any something like hyperbola or metaphor in this, and yeah, it's not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
To me, it's not because it doesn't sound juicy to my ears.
Okay. Okay, but to me that this poem, as you can see at the first stanza, that it says that if I thought for one moment that this would be my last breath, we know that this poem is about something like the person doesn't know that he or she will see his lover or her lover. Like maybe the next day he or she will die, or maybe we'll never see again, something like that.
In my opinion, I choose this poem because I think it has broad meaning, which is not only for it's not only we can express our love for our lover. For students like us, we often forget to tell our family, especially our mother and father, that we love them. Yes. And at the end of the day, some of us might be regret that we can't take this opportunity.
I totally agree with you that it starts with some realization. Like, what if there's no tomorrow? And it starts with that, and it also ends with some positive You know, throughout the poems, it's all positiveness spread. So I would, for me, it's like total contra from the other one that which
I'm sorry when
I also agree with you guys that I just realized that every paragraph has last word, last breath, last I see, last I hear, last feel. It's like appreciation and realization.
It makes us realize like
and make us grateful too.
Okay, I think we can move on to the second poem, which is the Love You.
No, the arrow. I made myself an arrow, right?
It's mine.
It's your poem.
So yeah. Surely I will agree with myself. So how about others?
Actually,
so confusing. As I was saying before, that it's got the rhythm, its own rhythm. It's like you know about rhythmatic poem that it just sounds good.
I think I like this because it says it's like while he is bettering himself, he's improving on his own side, and then in comes another one that actually complements him, and they can reach different heights together, and then they can achieve happiness together. Actually, I think this is quite. It's about the future between him and him or her with his partner or her partner. So it is like a vision. It's like a vision. Like we can see the future. It's like he's planning in ahead. So actually, I think this one is actually quite beautiful as well. It talks more about what we can do instead of appreciating what they have.
I totally agree with sorry to interrupt, just a simple one. I mean short this poems like it has deep meaning deep meaning compared to the other poems. It's more deep in terms of its meaning.
It's like they complement each other. Well, the part where the poem says that they say that that he or she says that he himself an arrow and the significant other is the bow. So this poem shows more about complementary each other, where the other person is perfect, the other person is not perfect, like the sun and the stars, something like that, in my opinion.
So moving on to the third poem is by
the love poem from that I chose. Actually, to me, compared to the other poems, I think this one it's not that nice because we can see that this one is from the one that it is usually said during the beginning of a relationship where everything is sweet, everything is sweet and sunshine,
and we don't know how to make videos out of it.
I think it's quite common. I mean,
it's quite common.
It's straightforward, but there's no
too cheesy.
We can see the cheesiness, the sweetness in there, but then
so you admit
so
that you
unreal.
It is not a competition.
Okay. Now nobody's agreeing on the third one. Okay. Moving on to the fourth one by Shukri.
I'm sorry one.
I'm sorry. I think that maybe this poem is too short if we make for our next video. But maybe it can be quite challenging for us to
Roleplay.
for our roleplay. But maybe if we want to take the challenge. So but myself, I think I would prefer the first poem rather than my own.
Okay.
Not from my book.
Okay, now let's vote. And for the first one, raise hands to those who agree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's already a man. Okay, now we get the decision ending.
Okay.
So it's the first poem. So how do we plan to make the videos?
Who's gonna be our next director?
Yeah.
Got a point our next director.
Don't point lah, just volunteer.
I think I can read the poem You want to be the
Recite it
narrator?
all.
If you guys don't mind,
Nice.
I can recite
Okay.
for the video.
And the actor and the actress. Just raise hand those who volunteer.
Yeah, I can.
The one in Lero in video one can be.
Yeah.
it can be
like
the actor.
automatically just go to the
Yeah.
Whisper.
Who's the director to make the storyline? Anyone?
I
Want to volunteer?
think,
You?
yeah, I think I can be the director.
Azhar will be the director.
Okay.
Settled.
And director also have to act in it or what?
If you
If you want,
Depends,
yeah.
if you want.
Okay, it depends. It depends. Later we decide.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Where's the place you
the
want to
place.
act?
Okay, she did.
Oh yeah.
Before this, we have done in Bukit Expo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the next one, we should do somewhere in faculty or campus.
Around
Yeah,
the campus.
sure.
Around the campus.
Yeah.
It'll be easier. Yes.
In front of the UPM logo.
We love
or anything.
UPM.
Love the UPM. No, it's something is
We
solid.
can use it in faculty also when we can. There's tables for us to like
Yeah.
interact.
Since this requires emotions and stuff, so I think even if there's no nature thing, like Bukit Expo is
Yeah,
more
yeah.
to nature.
Yeah.
Like it suits the first one. So I think this can be taken anywhere. So
Yeah.
So we can make
Up
it
to
as a
you.
drama or what?
Yeah, you can
My
choose
suggestion
who
would
the
be,
heroine, who the heroine.
Yeah, why not? You guys take it like
There's a storyline in
don't
it.
be too cliche. Just
This
Too
is
cliche.
just my suggestion. Maybe you can try act like a family scene, like
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
also
I
can. Yeah.
Okay. So we choose "If I Thought" as our second poem for the love theme, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I guess that's all from us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.